Hello and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, remember to hit that subscribe button, and thank you to everyone who hits that like button, supports the channel, helps the channel to grow, and helps share the information out there for more and more people to see. So thank you very much. I'd also like to give a big thank you to those people who gave me a Christmas surprise and a Christmas bonus. It was so greatly appreciated. Through donations through PayPal, and a couple of people had sent me tarot card decks. So to say thank you for listening to the channel all year. So thank you so much. I got those gifts. They were beautiful and they were such a surprise. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But today we're here to talk about the Cancer full moon, and it's happening on the 29th, 30th of December. 2020, and it is a follow-on from the Sagittarius total new moon eclipse that we had on the 14th of December. And as we all know, eclipses stir things up. They're like tornadoes or cyclones that come through our charts and our lives and really stir up. It's quick changes, and you know, we call them wild cards eclipses, so anything could happen. So we had that, you know, only a few weeks ago. Now we've got this beautiful Cancer full moon, but Cancer does rule the home, the family, relationships, our emotions, our sensitivities, our intuitive side. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And as you know, full moons are about completion of cycles. So let me say this, because there has been a lot of endings or completions happening for people, places and situations being taken out of their lives or removed, or you've moved or ended or changed. And it could have happened quite suddenly because of that Sagittarius new moon total eclipse. So there's been a few shocks, there's been a lot of surprises and unexpected energy, because we do still have Uranus there, and we'll talk about that in the energy. That's the planet of surprises, unexpected, thinking about things a different way, new perspective. So we've got a little bit going on here, so we're going to talk about that. But we must remember too, with this full moon, it is going to draw your attention to home and family and your career and your ambitions. And emotions are going to run high in a rebellious way with Uranus there. So we could have some I don't like the word conflict, but let's say conflicts within ourselves or outer with those issues between work and home, what you really feel like you want to be doing and what you feel you should be doing. So sometimes, let's say in the festive season, there's certain obligations or certain expectations that we feel we have to adhere to, that we've done year after year after year, be it work, home, family, or yourself. And you could be in rebellious conflict with that this full moon. So we've got to remember, Cancer is the sign of Cancer is very, very emotional, and we do have a Chiron in here, T-squaring, which is going to bring up some pain for some people, particularly around vulnerability, loneliness, not feeling supported by your people, places, situations, but particularly your environment, meaning groups, communities, connections. And it is asking you to heal an emotional pain and wound and release it. So full moons are about completion, releasing, ending a cycle, something you need to let go of. So if any of you that has come up for you around this time now, over Christmas period, the festive season, through to the new year, be aware. It is a wound. We all have a Chiron wounding in our chart that needs to be healed. And I'd say a lot of those, I feel lonely, not supported, vulnerable, will be coming up for a lot of people. So when we're doing that, let's not get into the lower vibrational negative frequencies. Let's into the shadow, they call it, or the darker side. Let's use that Uranus energy. Uranus is about, hey, let's look at this a different way. Let's look at this from a new perspective. Let's get even new or different information. And let's get all of that and do our healing on what we need to release, end, or change. So I have a bit of a saying, if something goes on a full moon, ends or completes, it's meant to, let it go with the cycles. But of course, you know, it depends on the individual situation that you are in. Doing what feels authentic, that's another thing that Cancer represents or will bring out in us within our emotional sensitivities right now. So what is authentic to you? So what does your nature feel like doing today? What does your internal instinct want to do instead of what you have to do? So if that's coming up or you're butting heads with people, places and situations about that, it is going to be a push and pull effect or feeling. Do I do this, do that? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? I want to do this, but I have to go there. So just be aware that can get very frustrating for some people. But what they're asking you to do in this Cancer full moon is it's about honoring your heart and getting into heart alignment for the new year, for the 2021. We really have to get in alignment now with our true authentic selves, our true authentic feelings, our true authentic alignment. Everybody is over being out of alignment, and it's time to really put some thought into that for the future moving forward after the full moon. So things are going to stir up that need closing out around the full moon, and then the new moon that's coming, we will be planning forward. So you've got that time in between, I think it's 2.5 weeks or something like that, that you can think about moving forward, because this Cancer full moon, it's awareness that's going to come through us or to us through external events and people. So what does that mean? It means you are going to view everyone and everything, and your emotional satisfaction to that, or your emotional freedom within that to be who you are. So if you can't truly be you or who you are around people, certain people, places and situations, then you may want to, there could be some endings, changes, completions, awakenings, something to heal, release and let go within yourself or externally. So we've got a lot going on there. Now, with the Uranus, what I want to say there within all that awakening of the emotional satisfaction and free to be who you are and accepted for who you are and what you want to do and all of those things, it's bringing more inner awakening. And Cancer is all about being connected to your feelings and your instincts and trusting them. And Cancer likes to move with their instincts, with their feelings. They're very, very sensitive creatures, the crab. It has a hard shell, but it is incredibly sensitive to any vibrational frequency or change or sound when it comes, if you walk towards a crab. It's gone before you see it. So you have to, they're highly sensitive. So they're very connected to their feelings and their intuition. Now, within all that, there's going to be an extra instinct about, or feeling, connection and instinct to your next direction. So there is going to start feeling a strong pull, even if they're new and unexpected things or new unexpected people, places, situations. There is going to be a very strong instinct. Your instincts, your head might be telling you one thing, your instinct and your feelings are going to be telling you something very different, or pulling you into a very bizarre, unusual direction that you would not normally go. And it is going to be the universe trying to direct you to your new next direction, or alignment, or path, or journey, wherever you are on your growth and evolution and path and journey. We're all at different levels. positions, I would rather say. So a lot of awakening here. And the Uranus energy forces us to change. So anybody now that doesn't like change or doesn't like a new perspective or widening their perspective or seeing something from a different way, they may struggle. And you may struggle with people who are like that, because Uranus, it's happy with this sun and moon in this full moon alignment, and it's actually going to bring surprises of positive flow and change, aligning you to your next direction. That's probably not going to come from your head and logic. It's going to come from your feelings and your instincts, and they're telling you to follow that. And it's going to bring exciting things. Even if it brings disruption and chaos, it is bringing a surprising change or a surprise in that chaos in the end that's good, that's happy, that's harmonious. So look at other perspectives and areas here, and do things in a different way, and have a new approach to something. That's what Uranus rewards you. If you do things in a new way with a different approach or a new perspective, so that you can open and let a new come in, new, you've never done before. Uranus does reward you. It says, hey, that was great work. So it might bring new people in to your circle, situations that you have never considered before, and you may find yourself opening up to a new way. Now, some people, let's use relationships as an example. You might have never thought, I would date that sort of person, or there could be religious issues or cultural issues, or I would never date someone long distance, let's say hypothetically, if that's what you said. All of a sudden, Uranus comes in and says, surprise, and it awakens you. And you never saw it coming, and it is very new. So it won't be a new person that you always seem to be with, or always seem to date, or always seem to like, or always seem to hang out with. It could be that completely new, random, unexpected person, place, or situation. And if you thought you were going to stay in the old or in the old ways, Uranus can give you a very big surprise there. So it's not good to fight it. This Cancer full moon, because it's so connected to our feelings and our instincts and our intuition and alignment now to our new next direction, it's really amping up the energy for you to get ready to be in alignment with it, or to get in alignment with it if you are already knowing what that is. And it's also good for the spiritual practices that go with that. Yoga, anything with metaphysics, alternate medicine, meditation. It's a good time to quit negative habits that you do over and over and over, and really look at them. Uranus will help you change it. Uranus will give you a new way, a new idea to do it. So with the Cancer full moon there, with a wounding in Chiron, but the Uranus is going to take us into that wounding and show us something you didn't see, or show something you didn't expect could come, even if you think, no, it's all chaotic at the moment. So be very aware. What do they call it? Is it play the devil's advocate, or when someone deflects attention somewhere else, and just for the sake of stirring it up. So when someone deflects your attention over here just to stir something up, or something up in you, or trigger something in you, please watch that. There is going to be a little bit of that energy. So let's call it the troublemakers, the trouble stirrers, the triggerers, the people who like to trigger, or do trigger, or stir a little bit of energy up here just for the sake of trouble, or trouble's sake, however you say it, because there is a bit of Capricorn energy there that wants to assert a bit of authority and establish some rules. pulling people back in, stirring a bit of trouble, triggering a little bit of energy there. So let's not get caught up in that. Let's just focus on the moving forward. And the moon sextiles outer planets Uranus and Black Moon Lilith, both in Taurus and Uranus. And it's bringing unexpected turns of events. So we do still even have a little bit of that. So how you think something's going, it could change and go the other way. But with the Black Moon in Lilith, it addresses our taboos. So that's, again, a little bit of rebellious energy and a little bit of naughtiness energy, or you shouldn't talk about that, do that, or go for that. It's going to come up. People are going to kind of push through with that and give it a go, or so Uranus could bring a bit of disruption with that growth. It usually does bring disruption with the growth and the improvement. Because we don't normally come out of, discomfort or change, discomfort until we go through the chaos, the drama, the discomfort to get comfort. So, that is. So you've got to have a little bit of willingness and determination now to just keep pushing forward. So basically overall, Cancer does rule the family, the home. It wants home satisfaction. Now, whether that's home within yourself, your environment, your actual home, family, your groups, your connections, how you're emotionally connected, and your instincts, not what your head tells you home is, what your instinct or your feelings feel, your nature feels that is home. So Uranus and this Cancer full moon is really saying, please look at new ways, perspectives, please try new experiences. And we're only doing this energy to empower you to grow, because from here on in, guys, it's after this full moon, I'd say the next new moon, I think it's Leo. It's all about, it's moving forward into 2021. As you know, by January, all of the planets will be governed under air, Aquarius. So it's all about quantum. We're going to talk about that in another video. Limitless, expansion, going beyond where you've gone before. But in that, we still have to keep foundation and boundaries. That's going to have to be our next challenge. Within this, I want to be free, but we do have to have that foundation there. So we'll talk about that, because that's another whole other segment. But it's about moving forward now. Like, you can't fight this. I feel for a lot of fixed signs, or people who don't necessarily like too much change. They could really be challenged, governed under this new Aquarian, with all the planets governed under the air. So anyway, it's all about finding yourself, aligning to that authenticity, and finding your emotional satisfaction. It will be to do with your home, internally, externally, people, places and situations, groups, connections, and within that, the freedom to be who you truly are. So let's pull some cards. Let's see what Spirit has to say about the Cancer full moon. We'll just get a few cards to validate the energy. We have the first card out is the Chariot card, and Chariot is all about the Chariot is all about moving forward. And with the Chariot, you're in control. It's picking a direction. I believe in, I always say with the Chariot, you can't stop a chariot. When it's moving forward, you're not going to stop a chariot. So don't try. Remember I said it's all about moving forward now with change. There is an energy pushing us forward. And the Chariot also represents you are making the decisions, really. I mean, if the universe steps in over you, then it does. You're not fighting that. But generally, you are in control. It's time for you to make the decisions, you to make the choices and the directions with the universe and in alignment with your authenticity, and move forward. We've got a bit of, rebellious energy here, or having, if you've had to defend yourself, or do have to defend yourself around this Cancer new moon, full moon, this is about having to defend yourself. And for any of those that feel you're around that energy and you feel you have to constantly defend yourself or hold yourself or stand up for yourself, it might be time to move on. So there's going to be some challenges there. And for others of you, if you're the rebellious one, you know, you could be stirring up a little bit of energy there. And again, here it is. Please, the High Priestess, use your intuition, use your instincts, trust your instincts. The High Priestess knows, she keeps balance. She's been from the dark to the light. She does have some secrets, meaning she knows when to give information and when not to. She's not going to give you the answer if she doesn't think you're ready for it. Okay, she will know that's a waste of her energy and her time. Telling someone the answer when they're not even understanding it or ready for that, or could even comprehend that. So she only uses her intuition and her emotions. She does not use her head at all. And here we go, ready to move forward. Who is the new you? So this is like taking action, shouting it out, pick a direction, speaking up for yourself. The Empress is all about a birth or a rebirth, birth of you, a new you. But it's also about, the Empress is all queens in one, knowing your worth, knowing your power. And here's the Uranus energy, expanding your horizons. So she is her authentic self. She is all queens in one. She knows who she is. The Empress and the Emperor, they know who they are. They sit in their true authentic self. And they are very abundant. They understand that that is abundance. They know when to be the Queen of Wands, when to be the Queen of Cups, when to be the Queen of Wands, when to be... so they're all queens and kings in one, the Emperor and Empress. So here it's asking you to get in alignment with the true you. Then it's about nature as well, connecting to nature. She's very natural, giving birth to cycles, new you, but expanding that. And, the Queen and the Empress and the Emperor, because they are all kings and queens in one, they've got elements of all of those cups, wands, swords, etc. They know when to be that. They use their instinct. They use their wisdom when to assert one or the other. There's the Cancer card of the energy for this full moon. Healing, home, family, and inner wound. This can be a wound of an inner child or an inner child issue or a deep heart wounding here. The abundance here, the Pentacles, the Lovers in the back, the dog is about loyalty, faith, home, family, relationships, connections, my feelings, my authenticity, being at home, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, people, place, situations, but also here with the Chiron, a wound is happening here. So there's a little bit of going inward, manifesting, doing your meditation, doing your yoga, doing your speaking to the universe, or your getting ready to do your new moon list after the full moon, about new beginnings. Now, this is new beginnings that will be abundant, surprise, better, more joyful, more abundant. But there are changes that have to happen. There's things that need to be put in place. But you will come out with a healing, with a sense of home, feeling, you feel that you're emotionally connected to your feelings. There's a lot of change here. See, the Chariot moving forward with the Nine of Pentacles, being your authentic self, understanding that your energy is your abundance. She walks her talk, she struts her stuff, she's moving forward, she knows who she is, what she wants, and where she's moving forward, and she moves forward in that energy, and she creates her own abundance within that success. So any of you here that I can see straight away with these cards coming out, yep, what did I tell you? There's a definite ending and completion of a cycle here, person, place, or situation, career, job, whatever. There is an ending and a new beginning. If any of you are getting an ending around this Cancer full moon, trust me, it's going to bring better. It's going to bring abundance. It's going to bring, yep, there's some changes. Yes, there's some things you have to deal with, but guess what? It's very fated. This is making a decision. A fated change is coming, There'll be an ending and a new beginning here. And my gosh, not only is there a healing, but look at the choices that come in. This brings more. Whatever this ending is for you, or this change, and that could be an ending in you. It could be something you heal with that Chiron wounding that you put an end to once and for all. I'm going to stop feeling like this, or doing this, or being this, or this wound that needs to be healed. Once you complete it, or this person, place, or situation, my gosh, the abundance, the healing, the satisfaction, the completion, the opportunities. It's all about moving forward. Uranus is saying it's time to move forward, expand your horizons, look beyond, further than you've ever looked before, look at new perspectives, new ways, and this is new beginning. The new beginning is coming. This full moon is completion of the year, in my words, not astrologically, completion of the year for this reading, and asking you to move forward to the new. He is not looking back. He is looking forward, manifesting and creating his new. We are going to get success. Anywhere you're being rebellious, someone's being rebellious, it's been a struggle, it's been a fight, you've had to defend yourself, you've had to work hard at something, success is coming. And that trumps the whole thing. But it is asking you here to get very clear on your wish fulfillment. What is your wish fulfillment here? And it's time to speak it out. And I would say you'll be able to speak it out and call it out and go for the new, because the page is kind of young. It's a new energy, like I want to do it a different way, or I want to try a new way or perspective, or this isn't really how I feel. You're going to get very clear on your wish fulfillment. I just got a message then. Any of you that have been waiting for a new start, particularly in a job or a career, and I'm talking about the people that are very nervous and worried, like they need a job, or they need this to come through, or I need to get this job, career opportunity, or there's a nervousness in it, that's worry, not nervousness, excitement. It feels like worry. It's weighed a lot of you down who are going through that. Not everyone's going through that. It's something about a new direction, career, and it's coming through. You are getting this new birth, this new expansion. Yes, it's for relationships as well. We'll put that over there, but just a one-off message for the few of you who are really sitting there, wringing your hands, worried about finances, career, or money. It's definitely moving. There's a change about to hit for you, and it is much more positive, and it's going to bring a lot more opportunities or options than you think. So get clear on your wish fulfillment, or that new career direction or job, because every cup here has something in it. What will you choose? So I just heard think big. Think big. So for those of you who have been in a desperate, nervous energy about that, or been in a situation about that financially, this is just for the financial aspect for people that are in that. Not all of you. It's been very worrisome. It's been very burdensome. You've had to really fight there. And when you're just keeping your head above water, the changes are about to happen, and probably at the end of the month onwards, and for the next month, lunar cycle, they just said, and oh my gosh, it's like you had no opportunities or options, and now all of a sudden you're like, what happened? So get very clear, because when we've been so worried and so desperate and living on the edge and had no money or whatever, we kind of like, yes, no, just get me that job, I'll just have that, I'll just take that. No. Aim big. Aim for the top, I'm telling you, because options are coming in. That was just for some. I've got a feeling that'll only resonate for a few people, that message, but it came through very, very strongly. Okay. For the rest of you, get ready. I just want, oh wow. For the rest of you who've been waiting, things are not quite balanced, not quite right, not quite in alignment, or you had to make a decision. This is knowing your worth. This is Pentacles as well. It's Cancer, the loving mother, nurturing. She goes to work. She does everything. I was just about to say, everything's moving forward. Look at this, putting all your skills, all your knowledge, all your tools. Everyone is being pushed forward. If you've been stuck, whether it's career, job, personal, professional, whatever, everyone's being pushed forward. Absolutely. Please stay in the moment though, this full moon. Stay in the moment. There's a lot of nostalgia, thinking back over things. That could be home, family, cancer, the emotions, being connected in very deeply. It can get very nostalgic. But they're asking you to move forward for things that aren't in alignment or positive in your life anymore, or that you've outgrown. So a lot of us are wanting, some of you, there's a group of you who are just hanging on to the past or old ways through nostalgic old feelings, old thoughts. It used to be like this. Why isn't it like this anymore? It's not going to be. We have to move forward. So an example, we always do Christmas like this, or we always do that, and then all of a sudden it's all not happening and things are changing and people, place, situations can't. Get ready for it. And that's just a small example. That's going to happen through the entire 2021. Yes. So, there we go. Emotional and nostalgic energy. But they're asking you to stay in the moment. Be meditative, be quiet, sit. These children are very connected to what they're doing. It is emotion. And you need to stand firm, stand your ground, put the past behind you and get ready to know who the authentic you is and stand firm in it and move forward. All in timing. We don't just do a rash decision. There's a lot of you, I just got a message, who have moved on. When I said a rash decision, I heard Spirit say to me, a lot of you who did just make a decision and move on and move forward, if you did it through a fear or a trigger or an emotional kind of meltdown or breakdown or something like that, you really need to sit and review long term, what is stable for you long term, whether it's a career. I just think there might have been a few or a group of you that might resonate with, I've made a rash decision and it didn't work, yes, with home, family. Okay, this is only for some of you. I don't, take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you, it's for somebody else. Somebody here has made a rash decision. It's been emotional or a trigger or a trauma. They have gone off to either, let's say, had a new inspiration or a new idea and they just took off and went and did it about their home, their foundation, their security, their stability, or wanting to do that. There's a message coming from them. They'll be very clear. Whatever they went off to or who they went off towards, there's some deceit and deception, or it's not what you think it was. But I think they made an immature decision or a rash decision, or they didn't think it through, or they thought they were more experienced than they were, or more sure of their decision than they were. Because we've got the Page of Wands here, and that can be a bit of spying as well, a bit of lying, a bit of, not walking your talk. So for that group of people, that could be an awakening. That could be a surprise of, oh, I thought it was like this, I thought I was sure, and it's not going to be like that. That's just for a small group. So one more message. Let's get one more message which Spirit wants to bring through. The Lovers. Let's talk about relationship. That soulmate card, connecting with like-minded. Now the soulmate card, Cancer, represents home, family, connection. But if you look at this card, they have connection, deep connection and inner feelings, with their inner feelings and their instincts, strong intuition. So let's see what they want to tell us about that. What is the message that Spirit wants to come through for everybody? The Cancer full moon, what is it? hanging on too tightly to, or too rigid to old ways, not wanting to see. Okay, got it. For those of you who are in love and alignment and, you know, happy families, this is not for you. This is for the people who are being very resistant and don't want to see a particular soulmate or connection. They have been trying to block it or can't see how it works or choosing to do that. The reward card. There is going to be some change with the Tower card on the block card, not wanting to see it stuck, blocked. Too up in their head, too analytical, too analysing it, too rigid, too inflexible, too staying stuck in their old ways, old beliefs, old systems, old perspectives. And they are going to move forward very slowly because there is the Tower moment, whatever that is for whoever that is, whether it's you or the other person. If you wanted it a certain way, or there was a soulmate or twin flame or whatever relationship that they said, well, I can't do this, or this isn't for me, or this isn't right, or this isn't the relationship I thought I would have. They're very stuck, they're very resistant. That is going to move forward because they get a surprise. All of a sudden we've got heart alignment there, and they're seeing the bigger picture, and they're going to start to be patient. They're coming forward very slow. We see that here with the Knight of Pentacles. They're still not totally wanting to listen here, that's why it's slow, but there's heart alignment here, overwhelming heart alignment, and this is the bigger picture. So this is like arguing with the universe. This is like letting things unfold naturally and having patience, but seeing the bigger picture is all about, you can try and keep ignoring this, blocking this, saying it's not going to work, and I'm going to stay stuck and rigid in what I believe, or who I believe my soulmate is or should be, or how it should be. But there's a Tower moment coming for you. And I can tell you, you're not going to fight the universe. Two more cards? Two, three, maybe three. Yep, the only thinking. See, they know. Whoever this relates to, or if you're this message is you're waiting on someone, they're not taking action, but they're certainly thinking about it, thinking and planning, or they're awakening. This is the new path. This is taking action, going on a whole new path they've never ever been on before, or a whole new perspective, or a whole new idea about someone or something or a connection. But it is a new path. But there feels slowness in this to me. This isn't fast. This isn't all happening on the full moon. This feels very slow. I'm going to have to wrap it up in a minute. We've got one more card. We're running out of time. It is coming in. You will receive it. There is abundance for them and you. They will be coming forward. For any of you waiting for someone to come through and change or see something that's been blocked in romantic love relationships. I have to wrap it up, guys. Sorry, I'm out of time. Thank you, and we'll see you next month.